off, you son of a Get the hell out that car! Get the hell out right now! I'm gonna tear you a new Come on!
Angry because someone suddenly jumped out and cut him off. The rampage didn't end until the driver got out.
Do you want to experience riding on such a large displacement vehicle at such high speed on the highway? I think he will also ensure a safe speed when traveling with you. Don't try to run away from a chasing police car when you have committed such an offense. Please honestly stop to receive the punishments for this action.
Okay, Gorman, save video.
Road rage and a memorable lesson for two bad drivers. Instead of just focusing on the fight, pay attention to the traffic around you as well.
Very well there. Very well.
The clown who cut off the Jeep is 95% at fault. The Jeep driver was probably looking at his phone to give him some blame. When the accident occurred, the drivers was in the Jeep's lane, so off with their heads.
The driver cut in recklessly and almost caused a mass collision. At that time, there was a car behind him, and a car to his rear right almost hit him when he slammed the brakes.
Good job going after her. It looks to me like she was accelerating hard to get away, but then gave up when she saw she couldn't outrun you. You can't let these deadbeat drivers get away with it.
Not exactly a road rage. It just looked like the black car was teaching him a lesson on how to stay in the right lane.
The penalties for evading police officer are far too slow. She caused at least $10,000 worth of damage someone has to pay for. Why did you get in the left lane after the speeder passed you? You weren't passing anyone.
The driver suddenly reversed. Good thing is, camera reversed in the nick of time, causing no damage to the front bumper. He had the audacity to tell he was stabbed from behind. He said sorry after showing the dash cam.
I'm surprised they will try to stop that van like that after a bank robbery. For all you know, that guy had a gun and could have dumped a few rounds at the officers in front of him. I think a pit from the rear would have been a safer route, followed by a foot chase. It would be great if the states will issue this new ruling via mail. It is important to us and officers.
I was wrong to think he would slow down and stop to give way. Even he sped up to pass the red light. Thankfully, I had enough spare horsepower to floor it and narrowly missed being hit.
Oh no! Maybe the road was so slippery that he slipped? Maybe he should improve his wheel slip as well as his own driving skills.
Clearly, he was wrong to overtake and cut off recklessly, but in the end, he raged as if he were the victim. Could it be that a rage had appeared before?
I still come across drivers who don't understand two-turn lane intersections and almost end up getting side-whipped every now and then. There is a freaking white line telling you which to stay in and not to cross, for crying out loud. Driving the posted speed limits into and through an intersection or interchange leads to a reduced ability to avoid someone's mistake. Now both are inconvenienced. In some states, the vehicle in the intersection has the right of way over those entering.
Suddenly cut off and made a close call. The motorcycle driver became angry and broke the mirror, but he was also clearly going at a pretty fast pace.
It is difficult to ensure the safety of your own car while it is charging and catching fire like that. Please call the fire department quickly to put out this devastating fire as soon as possible. Amazing how that truck was rolling on 3 wheels after losing that tire. That's really damaged. I hope nobody got hurt.
Can you see his speeding actions? Because he's speeding a lot right now. He just doesn't want to stay behind you. I believe both have exceeded the limit. Slow down on dark roads with many fork warnings like this.
Don Mark actually lights him up when he crossed over the first time and then turned his lights off. All he did wrong was speeding, but he didn't weave in and out like crazy. Maybe he still hasn't figured out what happened to his car, and perhaps the car's glass was also damaged quite badly. Be more careful.
The white Honda Civic driver doesn't check blind spots and change lanes the same instant he turns on the signal. His actions almost made him want to kick the camera out of the way.
Luckily, both of our drivers, Snowplow and the driver of the oncoming trailer, weren't unhurt in the incident, but the road was closed for many hours.
Sounds like a close call, but who do you think is at fault in this collision event?
Don't try to fight for a lane for the ambulances, man. That hinders the very people who are on duty.
Unbelievable markdowns throughout the entire store. Choose from the largest selection of quality Lazy Boy furniture in the state. Save up to 50% and more.
That guy was practicing his shenanigans and tomfoolery before he goes to Cali for all the sideshows there.
If instead of overtaking and cutting off recklessly, had slowed down and exited later, it might have not been that bad.
When you sit back and really look at it, it's pretty pathetic behavior from any adult.
Many of my phones when I logged into there were already registered.
Why didn't he notice that the car was missing a wheel? It's dangerous for them to go on like that. Please call the ambulance quickly to change the tire.
In your opinion, whose fault is it? Did the driver rush out of the turn and not observe traffic in the straight lane? Or was the driver not alert when approaching the turn?
Everybody, yeah, we're all good. Even Fauci didn't think enough.
Oh my God.
So
Someone just changed lanes recklessly, almost causing a collision. The car almost lost traction and it slipped out of control, but thanks to careful movement, he avoided it. Road rage starts just because someone has just been cut off, and sometimes language isn't used